Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 8 of Formula Xbox, and we're here today then for round 10 I think of the season, the British Grand Prix, and yeah, here we are then on our best qualifying lap, and yep, we'll see how we can do then here today then, coming off the back of a win in Hungary, and yeah, we're coming to another, one of my favourite tracks here then, not always one that I do too well at, but it's only one that I do enjoy driving, and on this game it is very fun to drive. Then of course you've got the obviously the much better aero on these cars, so you can really carry so much speed through some of these corners like cops, but just flat out, and obviously you got even like in the slower corners as well with the bigger tyres, you just got so much more traction in like the few places where you need it. So yeah, it is a very fun track to drive on. You can lose a back end though through a section here though, Maggots and Beckett's. I did manage to sort of alter this out to sort of make it quite stable through there though, without really hurting the grip too much though, so I was quite happy with that. But we'll see how it plays out in the race, and it should be alright I think, as yeah, we come towards the end of my lap now then. Unfortunately this first lap I didn't really have full force feedback, so I sort of had to restart my wheel when I was back in the pits, but then I completely bowled it on my second run, and I cut on the on my out lap, so yeah, it just invalidated both laps there and then, and I couldn't even like do my main fast lap unfortunately. So we end up down in 8th then, with the Mercedes taking a 1-2 with Casey in 3rd, and our teammate Sinan was in 4th. So yeah, we'll see what we can do then from 8th. I haven't always been too great in qualifying, so I mean it's not the end of the world, but yeah, we'll see how we can do in the race, as yeah, we're going to now then, and yeah, rain forecast near the end of the race. Heavy right at the end, but I'm guessing I'll probably stay as inters, because that's usually how it is. But yep, we underfueled the car a bit, because you don't really use much fuel here, and yep, we've got loads going on now then. Away we go, and it's not the best start we've had, but yeah, still decent, as we're on the inside for turn 1, and Casey actually getting run out wide there. By the looks of things, we managed to pass Commando, and we're going to try and look at the inside into turn 3. Maestro going very low on the brakes there, and in fact we just lose the back end there. I don't really know what happened. I guess I just maybe just did a bit more too much throttle there, but yeah, it's a mistake I've literally never made there, so it's a bit weird, and we find ourselves back down in 12th place, and yeah, certainly not the stop we were hoping for, as we going to try and outbrake Perez here then into Brooklands. And yeah, we're still side by side then. We're going to try and run it around the outside in left field, and try and get a good drive out of the corner. We're going side by side. It looks like we are just edging ahead here then through Woodcote, and yeah, he's still there. I was hoping he'd back out, and in fact he does, and we are up then back into 11th place, as we got Drastic Devil there all over the grass, and we are back up into 10th place, and right in behind Drastic Midget then in the McLaren. And yeah, we run a bit wide there in Chapel, throwback to season 6, which is just an absolute disaster on that corner. Just lost the back end there so many times, but yeah, it looked like Midge actually sort of slowed down and let us through there, I'm not sure, but yeah, he was very slow there down the straight, and it was a bit of an unusual line for him, so it kind of looked that way. On to lap 2 then, we see a bit of contact there with Maestro and Sam Ham. I'm not sure if actually Maestro was letting him back through there, but yeah, he let us through as well in both of things. And yeah, we're up into 8th place, and right in behind Matty Bolton and Sam Ham then, and whoa, Sam Ham just lags big time there, and his car just like ghosts into us. Luckily, well yeah, luckily it did ghost then, so yeah, we're up in 7th place, and we're right in behind Matty Bolton now then. As you can see, a big battle going on then for 2nd place. Our teammate Sinan putting in the work at the moment, and backing up a lot of those guys. Fred's to running off at the front though, unfortunately. But yeah, we're inside there, Matty into Stoke Corner then, and we are through it into 6th place. But yeah, as I said, our teammate was sort of the MVP at the moment then, holding these guys up for us, and allow us to get right back into the podium fight as Commando runs wide in turn 1 there. We're going to think about our luck here into turn 3. I was just quite late on the brakes there. I wasn't really planning on making an overtake, but I just found myself, you know, braking quite late, and found myself having a look there really, and we managed to find ourselves right on the back of him then with the DRS and he actually managed to have it as well then on Kung Fu King Jack, so it's going to be difficult to outbreak him, but we're going to go for it then up the inside. He's going to be inside line now then for left field. We're going to try and just hold on outside like we did with Perez, get a good drive, and it looks like that is exactly what we have done then, and we are up and into 5th place for the time being. He's going to try and hold on here, but yeah, we've just managed to come out on top, and we are through and into 5th place. And that next up then is Kung Fu King Jack in Toro Rosso, and he is going to go defensive here then, and we flick to the left hand side. We're going to try and go around outside there in Stowe, one of my favourite places to try and overtake, and we are through, and we had a warning for a collision. I didn't really see any contact, but yeah, we're through, and he actually pits then, because rain was on the way, and we actually decided to pit on the next lap then. Bit of a roll of the dice here then, going on to the super soft tyres, because it did say it was going to rain. Well, it was doing that weird thing where it was doing like 10 to 15 minutes, and then like 10 minutes and 15 minutes, but then it all went back down to 10 minutes, so I was thinking, yeah, maybe now is the time then to, you know, roll the dice a bit, just push on this set of super sauce, and then, you know, reap rewards from that, and hopefully by the time they're going off, the rain will be coming down enough for it for us to go into intermediate tyres. So yeah, that was thinking there then, and I was hoping that could get a bit of an undercut as well. As out of the pits we come then, and yeah, Kung Fu King Jack has jumped to 10, so it is a very powerful undercut, and we'll hopefully use that to good effect ourselves here then. And yeah, look at that, and we've managed to pass Maestro and Sinan then. Well, so Sinan was ahead of us before, but yeah, we managed to jump in there then, and yeah, at the end of that lap then we set the fastest lap of the race, as we've got Commando and also Murney there in the pit. So yeah, we managed to jump both of them, so we're in the net like 3rd place here, I think, with Jack in net 2nd, and for us to just running off at the front then, but he's not actually in the lead at the moment, I don't think, because we've got Matty Bolton at the front, and also the team McLarens of Midget and Kev. So yeah, that's the top 4 then at the moment, as we're looking at Kung Fu King Jack then into Brooklands, but we just weren't close enough to look at the inside there, and through left field then we're following the Toro Rosso round, and yeah, we're going to see if we can get a good drive here. We do get a decent drive then, we're reeling him in a little bit here then through the old pit straight, and then suddenly his car just seemed to go so much slower than mine, and we just ran into the back of him there. I really don't know what that was, but it seemed a bit odd, I have to say, because we were gaining slightly, and then all of a sudden I just was so much faster than him and ran into the back of him, so I'm a bit confused about what happened there. I guess maybe it was lag, but yeah, that did seem very odd. I mean, maybe I just made a mistake, but it really, the more I see it, the more it just looked a bit odd. So yeah, we got front wing damage then, so any hopes we had of, you know, benefiting from a first set of super soft, so just out the window then, because this is going to hurt us so badly. And we've got Kung Fu King Jack all over the back of us then, as we're just trying to park the bus as much as we can here then with this front wing damage. And yeah, Melanie right there as well then, and of course we've got people like Maestro behind us as well, Sinan, Commando, and they're all just, you know, queuing up behind us then. We're creating so much of a train here then, just because we're trying to defend our position, but we did seem to have good straight line speed, so maybe somebody else running more aero than me, so that could be it. We defend into Vale, we're defending very hard, all by the book, but you know, yeah, defending very hard. I didn't want to give these places away. I wanted to try and hold these guys up as much as I could, because I mean, I knew they were going to be ahead of me anyway, so I just wanted to, you know, lose them as much time as possible here then, and not just, you know, let them through because I had front wing damage. So yeah, it's getting very close here then. Murney's got a good run us now then. We're going to try and defend if we can, but he's there on the inside. He's managed to break later, and through he goes then into what is still only 5th place for the time being then. And yeah, 3 goes in. There's no chance we're going to get that one back now then, as we've got our teammate behind us now then. And it does actually start to rain just after that then, so hopefully it should soon be time for intermediates then. And Sinan goes through there. I didn't purple fight that time because obviously, you know, teammates and that. So yeah, I didn't really want to let him hold him up, I should say. As Kung Fu King Jack, it looked like he went to the pits, but then he suddenly didn't. So maybe a bit of a lag going on there. And yeah, he actually lost quite a bit of time there as well, so I don't really know what happened out that far in the corner. But yeah, we're in 7th place then for the time being, as Maestro is going past them by the looks of things. And I don't know what happens then, but just a collision and suddenly Commando to the car behind me. So yeah, a bit of an incident there by the looks of things. As we run wide, going through Beckett's there, and yeah, we had a terrible run out onto the hangar straight, and Commando is going to overtake us now then. Run the outside into Stowe, we're going to try and defend if we can, but we just don't have any front wing. We understeer into him, we slide off the track, and that was really just a case of us not giving in there when we probably should have. We probably shouldn't have tried to fight that one, but we did. We understeered into him, and our day just goes from bad to worse really, as we've got front wing damage, we've fallen down to 9th, and we've got Kung Fu Cane Jack then, who has had an incident with Maestro somewhere, and is now going to repass us then. So we're down to 10th place unfortunately. We do go up to 8th then, because the McLarens were the first ones to go onto the intermediate tyres then, and we lock up. That allows Sam Ham to get a good run on this end. He's side by side with us through club on the outside, and we thankfully don't make the same mistake twice in the steering to the car on the outside, and he's through then and into 8th, and yeah, we have a virtual safety car then. I so could have done with a full safety car, but it wasn't to be, and I used that chance to just pit for intermediates because I was had enough at this point, and the virtual safety car came in literally just as I did that. But yeah, my race was ruined. My wing was just doing my head in at this point. I thought, you know, we don't have much to lose from this position, so yeah, I decided to go for the intermediate tyres. And looks like Sinan also did the same, and Sam Ham is doing the same as well. But yeah, we lost so much time then from Sinan having pitted as well, unfortunately. So yeah, we're going to exit the pits now then. We'll see where we are, but it looks like we're a long way back in 9th, because that's lost us a lot of time to Sam Ham there. And yeah, this is just turning into one of those days really. We've had 7 podiums in a row, but we're not going to get an 8th today unfortunately. As out of the pits we can then, we're going to be behind Drastic Midget then, and we'll have to see if we can catch him before the end of the race. And hopefully the rain will, well, the track will get a bit wetter, but yeah, it just didn't seem to be happening then. But we do catch up to Midget then, who had been on those tyres for a few laps, and just the track wasn't getting wet enough, and yeah, he'd already been on them a few laps then, so he was already struggling I think. And yeah, we power slide past him then into 9th place, as Kung Fu Cane Jack actually puts Rinters as well then there. That moves us up into 8th place. And then on lap 25, DRS finally gets disabled, and I worked it out, it's about 20 minutes from when it started raining to the point where DRS got disabled, which is when, you know, the dry tyres are then slower than the inters. That is just ridiculous. 20 minutes of rain, and the intermediates did not. 20 minutes of rain before the intermediates started working then. As we got into the final lap, I forgot I didn't have enough fuel, and yeah, I ran out. Just a few corners before the end, and would you believe it, Commando actually spun off there, and I would have had him, but I ran out of fuel. So yeah, Commando is going to take second place then with that, despite spinning there. And yeah, we're going to crawl over the line then for 8th place. One of those days where it just seemed that everything we did just seemed like destined to go wrong really. Just one of those days, can't do anything about it now. And yeah, that's that really. We are still in the lead of the championship then, as there's a 1-2 then for the Mercedes team, with yeah, Melanie then, who was second in the championship, closing in quite a bit, but we still got a lead then going into the Christmas break, so we've got that at least. And yeah, that is it then for this race. Hope you enjoy it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you then. Well, I'll see you next video then is AOR Silverstone. But yeah, if you just watched the former Xbox videos, then have a good Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the new year for the Italian Grand Prix, I think it is. So thanks for watching, see you then, goodbye.